I don't know, let me try this. I'm off YouTube now and just creating a video on my phone, and maybe I'll be able to upload it. I have no clue. Um, Let me just catch you up kind of where I'm at right now, talking wise. So yesterday I had a phone call, a conference call on a topic that angered me afterwards. Um, it was I guess a political, you could say, conversation. And I typically don't get angry at things like that, but it just felt forced. Um, I don't have political conversations on social media. I have my conversations in person with people, specifically family and close friends. Helps all of us grow. The reason I don't have it on social media is because it can be misconstrued. You can't really get thoughts and feelings out properly, especially sometimes in 240 characters or less. Excuse me. Um, I brushed it aside and then saw a tweet last night from somebody who said that if you voted or plan on voting for Trump, that they were going to unfollow you. And I didn't really care because I've seen people say those things over the last 3 years, 4 years, and I've had people tell me that too, to my face, and no big deal. But I saw it getting traction today from a lot of people. And the message I was getting out is that, we all need to have a conversation. We all need to be able to speak to one another in person, face to face. Social media is not the place to do it. I don't care who you are. I don't care what your authority is or place in this world is. Just don't have it on social media. And listen, I understand the president puts a lot out on social media, and he kind of created this as a norm. That's fine. But if you don't actually see what he's trying to do, then you're not looking at the whole picture. What he's realized, and truth be told, I think the White House and the administrations prior to him realized, because they got on Twitter before, is that this is how people are getting their news. This is how people are communicating to one another. So it's another form of communication tool. But when it comes to interaction, that needs to be in person. We need to have conversations in person, by phone, FaceTime, Zoom, whatever it may be. So if there's a way that we could come together on a Zoom call, man, that'd be so cool. Imagine the things we could talk about. Not only about these political issues, but cards and sports and family. All kinds of things. Things that we may not even know about one another would come up. But getting back to the tweet that was sent last night, gaining traction today, I had thought about responding. I sent a reply this person did of what he said to the person he was talking about, and I actually just got a response from them saying, doesn't bother me, which I knew that about that person, but I wanted them to know that, hey, you got supporters out here and you got people talking crap about you. So I guess the overall message is if you have something to say it. But understand you're not going to agree with everybody, and everyone's not going to agree with you. And I started my freshman year of college in 2000, right out of high school at the University of Dayton. Go Flyers. And I took a communication class, and I truly believe it was Communication 101, as silly as that sounds. But on the first day of that class, mind you, this is 20 years ago, I remember this very thing the professor said, and it stays with me to this day. When you say something, you can't take it back. Think about that. When you say something, you can't take it back. This is 20 years ago. This is before Twitter. This is before Facebook, Instagram, all that. And what he meant by that is you can't put words back in my mouth so that nobody heard them. It's true. So when you're saying something, remember that. Remember that it's now out there. Even though you can delete a tweet or edit a Facebook post or whatever it may be, there's somebody smart enough out there to find what you said. So when you say it, be ready to respond to all sides of the coin. You cannot take back what you said. You just can't. Because when you say it, whether it's behind closed doors or out in public, it's what you mean at the time. Another great example of that was last night. Tom Brennan on the Reds radio said something that he truly meant to say, but it made a lot of people mad and upset. Sure, he came out and apologized, but I tell you what, I don't believe him. I don't believe anybody that apologizes. Just like Fernando Tatis the other night apologized for hitting a grand slam. That's all PR. That's all that is. It's not genuine. It's not real. It's all PR. Because when you say something, you mean it. And when you say something, you can't take it back. So, I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to try to upload this to YouTube. And if I have success with it, then leave me a comment. Let's talk. Let's talk. And if you want to have a real conversation, I'm willing to do so. I am 100% willing to do so. We follow each other on Twitter at ESHecker. DM me your phone number. Let's talk. Face to face. Let's get to know one another. I'm open to it, as long as you are. If we agree with one another on certain things, great. If we don't, that's fine too. But that's all we're asking, is for everyone to have a conversation. Whether it's a large one on Zoom or a one-on-one FaceTime. So, anyway, I'll leave it here. Leave me a comment. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at ESHecker. Facebook is the same, Eric Hecker. I look forward to connecting with you. So, enjoy the day. I don't know if I'll be speaking with you all again until next week. We'll see. If not, have a fantastic weekend. Thank you, and goodbye.